we are at Hard Rock Hell Day 2, and I'm with Electric Mary, but that's
Alex,
not your real name.
No, Alex is my name. Yeah.
Alex is your name. I can't really call you Electric Mary. People might wonder what that is. So how did the name come around?
The name came from a lady that Rusty met in America. She used to run Electric Ladyland Studios, and her email address was electricmary@Electric Ladyland.
Right.
And Rusty heard it and went, "Oh, it's a great name for a band." And yeah. So yeah.
Sounds good. And you're from Melbourne?
Yeah, I'm from Melbourne. Absolutely.
How have you found the heat from Melbourne to here today? It's a little bit chilly.
Oh, it's cold. We were here 2 years ago, and we stayed in some caravan like miles out, and it was so cold. We couldn't work the heaters. I can't even work the showers here. I don't know how the taps work, but and it's 35 degrees at home at the moment. So yeah.
Sunny and
and hot. It's hot as hell. So but it doesn't matter. Weather, whatever.
Yeah. So you played already?
Yes, we played earlier.
So how did you find it?
It was fantastic, yeah. After being here last time, and we played a smaller stage, and we just always go out to just, punish every time as much as we can. So it was really good. I was really wrapped with it. Yeah, it sounded great. The crowd was fantastic.
I have heard reports about that you were very, very good.
Oh, thank you.
So,
I hope so.
You have gone down very well.
We gave it everything we had, so which we always do. So it doesn't matter if we're playing to 10 people or 10,000. We are. Attack. Yeah.
So, what happens after here? Do you go back home, or you've got some more dates?
And we're going down to Liverpool. We're going to is that Norwich? Is that how I say it? Yeah.
Norwich.
Then we go down to Spain. We've got about 5 or 6 shows in Spain. We're going to record a live album while we're down there, and then we're going to go to Paris, over to Corsica for a show. For some reason, we met these crazy Corsican people, and they fly us over every tour, and we play on this crazy island full of crazy French people. It's awesome. They're mental. They're just the most mental people. Yeah. So they eat like wild boar and drink a lot.
Excellent.
Excellent. Well,
So you've had a new album this year. The Last Great Hope.
The Last Great Hope. Yes. Yeah.
And how's that been received?
Really well. Best one. I mean, I joined the band 6 years ago when we were released Down to the Bone, and this one has had the best reaction. Because I think we were so full of joy when we were making it. It was really genuine. We were really happy, and it's really, really great. We're really proud of it. So a lot of my friends who don't necessarily like Electric Mary, but this EP they've gone, wow, it's different, and we're really, really happy. It's very genuine. So yeah.
And have you got a personal favourite track on the album?
On this one, I would say "Welcome to the Other Side," and purely because the bass sound on that, and I'm the bass player, so the bass sound on that is just ferocious. When I put it on in my car, it's like bass melting. So, but Sweet Mary C I just love it. Great song, just up, fun. I got played harmonica. It was really joyful. Yeah.
So, I know you've released one this year. How can people get hold of your?
I would say it's in stores and online, so get hold of the EP, you mean? Yeah. It should be in stores. It's released through Whistable Records out here in the UK and Europe, and definitely online. And I'm sure Spotify are paying us like 0.4% for every play. Thanks Spotify, Fucking rubbish.
So, compared to music over in Australia to over here, are there differences on how bands get recorded? Is it more labels over there, where over here it seems to be now that people have to do all the recordings themselves?
It's the same in Australia. Yeah, it's changed. Absolutely. I mean, when I first started coming up, there was still A&R guys and labels and money, and nowadays no one wants to really, they used to work bands. They used to get a band and they would, spend money on 2 or 3 records and nurture what they believed in, and that's dead, But the upside is now, I mean, a friend of mine in Melbourne, Nicholas Roy, he wrote a song one night on his piano, put a drum track to it, sang, sent it to a national radio station that night, and the next day they started playing it, and they played it 5 times a day for 6 months, and now he tours Australia all the time. I mean, you couldn't do that 20 years ago. It's a double-edged sword. But I kind of like the digital thing. Obviously, the money's horrifying. The Spotify stuff is killing us all.
Well, they have said there's no money in sales of records anymore.
No.
It's all like merchandise. That's
Yes,
how you have to
yeah.
make your money.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, a lot of the big labels now, when they do sign bands, they want a part of your live gigs, your merchandise,
Yeah.
and we got offered a deal a few years ago, and they wanted a cut of our live shows. We're like, there's no way. Like, what are you going to do for us for that? Nothing probably. So we don't, we just don't believe in it anymore. We just do it ourselves, and only people that really believe in the band and love it are around us. And other than that, we don't care.
Yeah.
So we don't have to sell a million records. We just want to do what we love.
What you love.
Yeah,
And that's what music should be all about. You loving it, enjoying it. And
absolutely. As soon as you get some twat from a record company telling you, "Oh, we need a song for the radio," or you lose your sight of, it's got to be genuine. And when I started when I was 15 in a band, it was because it was 5 mates and we were going, fuck, look at us. It was the joy I used to get. And that's why I still do it.
Do you remember what it was called, that first band?
My first band was called Sixtortion. We used to do 60s covers, distorted, hence Sixtortion. And we used to wear all matching suits, and we used to do like summertime blues and shit like that. But we had a lot of fun, and my dad, who's a guitar player, used to drive us all around in his combi and take us to shows, and that joy that I got from that was like nothing else in my life. So hence why 30 years later I'm still doing it. Or sorry, 10 years later, being 25 and all. True story.
So how did you guys actually get together then?
I joined Electric Mary like after maybe 3 or 4 years. So I used to go watch them, and I had another band in Melbourne. And whenever we were playing with Electric Mary, we would rehearse like 5 nights for 3 weeks to go. We're going to try and take them down. We never would. And then a great friend of mine was the first bass player. And when he left, I got an audition. And so I was nervous because I loved them, and I used to go see them. And so to join a band that I loved and then be part of it and become now 6-7 years later, I'm a real part of the band. It's fantastic. The band had never been out of Melbourne before I joined, and then I joined, and a week later we went on a stadium tour with Judas Priest. So it was like living my childhood dreams. It was great. Rap. I was beside myself. Look, it's like 10,000 people there going, look at me, mum. Brought my mum to a show. It was awesome. Yeah.
Do you have any tattoos?
I do, yes.
What was the first one you got?
The first one I got was it's a lot of buildings up around here.
Yeah.
But I've got a good tattoo story. 3 years ago, the Marys were on tour in Spain. We're in Barcelona. We finished our show. I met this strange couple, and we had 3 days off. I said to Rusty, I'm going to meet you in 3 days. Like, I'm just going to go party with these guys. 3 days later, I woke up with a tattoo down there and blood on the bed, and actually it says Devil's Music, and I have no recollection of getting it at all. It was a 3-day bender in Barcelona, and that was great. So even though it's a shit tattoo and I hate it, I actually love it because
it's just good times.
They should tell a story.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have tattoos?
I don't.
No?
He does.
I bet he does. They don't like Wolf Hunter, you have to.
Yeah.
He's the best known.
And he also designs his own as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Nice. And where are you guys from?
We're from Swindon.
Swindon, right, okay.
Yeah.
Right, lovely.
So, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Right. I always ask a random question. Okay, it's the zombie apocalypse. Who in the band would die first, and who would be the one who survived the longest?
Pete would die first, absolutely. He would just be absolutely slayed in the first minute because he would panic, and I would survive. Yeah, because if I'm more the rugged kind of guy. I'll go in the bush and I'm not scared, and I'll baseball bat every motherfucker in the room if I have to. I'm not scared. I'll take them all down. I don't care who you are. If you got the, I'll just take you down. Heartbeat. Not scared. Great question. Best question ever.
So the second part of that, where would you go? Where you live in Melbourne.
Yeah. Where
was the safest place you would go to, if there was? Where would you head for?
I would head for my friend's apartment in St Kilda. It's right on the bay. Top floor, penthouse. It was really nice. Only one elevator. The stairs I could block off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Only the elevator. I think a zombie would have a problem using an elevator. I'd be pretty safe there. And from there, on the balcony overlooking the thing, if I had a high-powered rifle, which I hope I would have in a zombie apocalypse, I could take the motherfuckers down.
Sounds so
I
fun.
don't care who they are. I'll take you down. Yeah. That's the fucking best question. Yeah.
So, if you do another album or a release and you want to do a video, what sort of style would you like it in?
I don't know, I make a lot of videos on the road, like I film this as we go, and I try to make them kind of 70s Super 8 kind of style. Probably something like that, or I don't know. We've toyed with the idea of a film clip. We've never really had one, but I would hate to do something cliche. It would be stupid, you know what I mean? But maybe a zombie apocalypse clip where I get to baseball bat every motherfucker in the band. It's just me, wow, just fucking, yeah.
And have them die in the order you want to.
Oh, yeah. Pete first. Yeah, absolutely. He'd go down. Like,
Well, thank you so much for giving me some of your time. That's been absolutely superb talking to you. It's
Thank you so
wonderful.
much.
Right. Okay.
Best questions I've ever had. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks,
Right.
man.